Who is qualified to receive truth? Okay, because it has to be a qualification to be able to receive it, because the Father would have said in his word that we shouldn't cast our pearl before swine. Pearl is a very precious jewel that's when someone has this jewel, they possess it, and they hold it close to them. That's one of their prized possessions. Some women they wear their pearls. They feel like royalty. Things like that. So we can't give precious uh, keys, kingdom keys, precious principles, precious precepts to those who just devour anything, devouring all kinds of doctrine. So again, we're helping you identify who's qualified to receive the truth, because you don't want to be casting pearl before swine. Okay. You always be Holy Spirit led. Holy Spirit will help you minister to people. And guess what? When he ministers to them, then it's the right timing. It's the right time to do it. All right. So who is qualified to receive truth? I think I have Timotheus Olive. Let's see. No, we don't. I'll pull it up. So first, they must be initiated into the kingdom school of thought. Why is this? Because when they become initiated into the kingdom school of thought, then they have the Holy Spirit of truth deposited into them. Okay. So the first thing you can't skip principles. So the first thing we do when we're talking to someone, we have to identify, are they born again citizen of the kingdom of heaven? Have they been initiated into the kingdom school of thought? And for those who don't know what that is, are they saved? Are they saved? If they're not saved, that's the first thing, because it's the will of the Father that all men be saved. And then it goes on to say, and receive the knowledge of the truth. So it's a qualification that they must possess in order to receive truth. They must be initiated to the kingdom school of thought. And then they must be able to yield to the Spirit. What I mean by that, if they are born again, they should know how to hear the Spirit, because the Spirit of truth is going to tell them to receive them and give them illumination on the word of truth that's coming forth. But if they're not born again, they don't have it. Okay. And then they must be submitted to Elohim, because whatever you submit to, you will obey. So when someone brings a word of truth, which is the Father, if you are already submitted to them, must consecrate themselves, must dedicate themselves to the Father, then they will obey his word. When it comes from an ambassador that is speaking the word of truth, they receive it, because the Spirit of truth is saying, this is right. This is the word of truth. This is a principle. This is a key that you have to learn so you can overcome these tricks of the enemy. Willful sinning, willful rebellion, those things. So when we come forth with the word of truth, if they obey the Father, if they love the Father, they will obey him. Now, this will reveal if someone actually loves the Father enough.